All right, we told you we had a dynamic duo on the show. Well, she's the other half of this dynamic duo. She has turned scraps into a booming artistic business. Dina O'Neill is joining us from Bella Volpe Designs. Italian. I love the Italian name here. Now, we saw what your husband was doing.
Yes.
So you then take the scraps.
Yes.
And create what we see here.
Yeah, so I started taking his scraps. These are actually from the kryptonite that they featured here just a moment ago. But yeah, I started taking his scraps and I was like, I think I can use these and do something with it. And I was like, instead of throwing it away, it's, you know, so yeah, I get a lot of my basic colors from him. I get some of the funky colors and patterns from him as well, but I have other suppliers that I use around the country, and this is kind of how it started, was with the leather, and then I evolved into the resin then after that. So it's expanded.
You do both, and she keeps going.
Yeah.
And so if we keep back with the leather here, are these other examples? So you using some of the other vendors that you have, you can get all of what we see here.
Yes.
Do you do customized work for people? Okay.
Yep. I will. I've done wedding jewelry. I've done like bridesmaids gifts or shower gifts for people, all kinds of stuff. I mean, you name it. I've probably.
Is this how it works? These little stamps?
Yeah. So what I use is, a lot of people think that I might use like a Cricut or some kind of CNC like automated machine. I don't. Everything is kind of cut by hand. So like here with the apple earrings, I use a die cut. And so then I make the initial cut with the red leather, and then I go in and I just do the top piece for the leaf, and then I trim it and glue it and do all the things. And yeah, so a lot of the times, you know, like this is one die, and I have to punch it twice to get a pair of earrings out of it.
Okay. So. Interesting. And then seeing some of these, I mean, it's just the intricacies that you do to make. Now, wow, you use two different ones here. I thought that maybe you painted, but there's no painting done. This is just the way the leather is.
Yep. Yeah, it's an embossed leather with a metallic finish.
I love the paint. Those are super cool. All right, so now then you transitioned, and we do both now. So the resin is the newer endeavor here for you.
Yes. At the end of last year, I got really inspired by a lot of clay earring artists, and I noticed that they were using resin, and I was like, I think I could use this on leather. So I reached out to one of my suppliers, and they were like, we don't see why it wouldn't work. They're like, try it. And so I did, and so I don't have any leather and resin pieces, but then it evolved into making just resin for people who wanted more waterproof options. I've had people reach out to me before, and they're like, my earrings got wet, and I'm like, oh, okay, you know, so this is another
definitely a waterproof option.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's fun. It's so much fun.
You have fruit, you have the little baseballs that are perfect for the Guardians.
Yes.
And then even the hair clips with the glitter. So now what are you using for those?
One of them.
Along with the earrings?
Yes, with the hoops.
So and I see here, that's what you use.
Yes, so there's the crushed glass for that. So it starts out.
Crushed glass.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and so then I use the UV resin. UV resin cures in like a minute or two under a UV light, same like what you would get for your gel nail polish, for your manicure. And then, you buy the molds, and that already has the little piece in there so that you have your hole so you can dangle it. It's perfect.
Wow, they do make it easy on you, right? But you still have to be creative in what you're doing, and you absolutely are. So do you sell online?
Yes.
Where can they buy from you?
Website.
Okay.
And I have a lot of people that, with social media, a lot of times people will claim something in the comments. They're like, oh, I want that. So I work with people who aren't as, like internet savvy and whatnot. So if someone claims something on Facebook on a comment, I'm like, all right, cool, let's do it. And then they can shoot me payment via PayPal, Venmo, or I can invoice them through the website. So it just depends. I'm pretty flexible with everybody. I want to be flexible with
you
people.
Make it easy on everyone too. That's awesome. So this is again a look at her website, bellavolpedesigns.com. And then is it Thursdays? There's one day of the week where you're always doing something.
Yes. So on Thursdays, to tie it back in with Spotlight, at Mays Valley in Hartville on Thursdays, starting May 11th through September, weather permitting, we do a car cruise in. Both of us sponsor the event. I work the booth with Farmer Bill. And Sean walks around and talks to people about their interiors. And it's also a great spot to look at his work as well. And I also provide some door prizes for the female guests that don't necessarily want car wash kits.
Hey, so you bring it, it's amazing because you bring in a different crowd than that might not. Can they buy some of your earrings there too? Do you put those?
I don't sell there. I don't want to sell there, but I give them my card, and if someone's super interested in like a door prize, and I'll just give it to them, even if they didn't win the door prize. Like, I just love giving things to people. It's like my love language.
Oh, well, you and your husband both extremely talented.
Thank you.
I thank you for coming in today.
Thank you for having us.
And for allowing us to go out to his spot as well. So it's a great dynamic duo, right, David?